ZingoTV app and the Barn Burner app in the respective app store on iOS and Android. And for Single TV, they're also available on Roku Sticks, Amazon Fire TV Sticks, Google Chromecast, and all smart TVs 2016 forward. Welcome to another edition of Lavish with Samantha Walters. First of all, Sam, how you doing? You look nice
I'm
to
fine, Joe.
like you're prepared for somebody big to be on the show here.
No, no. I'm fine. It's been a good Christmas. I feel like it's been a long break. Joe.
All right, so today, first of all, how was your Christmas? Let's start off in a good way here.
It was good. To be honest, I wanted to show you some of my presents today, but I was like, you know what? Like, it wasn't even about that. If you watch the movie I told you, The Grinch, I know all jokes aside, it was about family. And I think this year, like, I think I've appreciated my family more than I've ever have in my entire life. Was just super grateful that they're breathing and here, and we spent it together. So it was a little bit more sentimental. I'm not really the mushy type, but I think it's been like more of a tough week, but it's been a learning and loving experience this past couple of days. What about for you? I know you don't celebrate Christmas, but I mean, did you get any gifts?
Yes, I got a gift from a special person. Really surprised me with a gift. So thank you to that special person. Thanks to her family. The big question before we start here, because I'm really gonna do something special here. Did you get your aloe vera plant?
I did, Joe. I did. And you know what? I know I've been like, okay, I'm getting way too excited right now. I've been wanting it so bad, and I finally get it. And trust me, with these past days, I've just been sleeping in and I've been forgetting to water it. And I'm like, I just got the aloe vera plant and it's gonna literally die if I don't like take care of it. But I should put it in my room instead of the living room and water it. I don't know, I'm just really bad at taking care of stuff. But
Uh,
yes, I got it. So I'm
okay,
super
so
grateful.
that's good. And your brothers and sister and mom to get everything they want.
Yes, but unfortunately, I know my mom wanted a pressure cooker. And Joe, let me tell you, I feel so bad on Christmas when she opened up the present. She's like, "This is a rice cooker, Sam." And I don't know the difference. I don't know the difference.
But,
I mean,
but you know
can you
what?
please tell me the difference? Because I went today,
I know the
got the money
difference.
back.
I know the difference. But wait, your mom wanted a pressure cooker. You
Mhm.
got a rice cooker.
It looks the same. I
What
think
did your mom? What did your mom tell you when she opened up the present?
she still was like trying to be grateful, but it really showed in her face that it wasn't thing. And all my siblings were like, "Sam, this is a rice cooker. There's rice on the box." And I was like, yeah, I thought that's just an option you can put inside. But Joe, please tell me the difference. What's a pressure cooker than a rice cooker? Like, is rice only for rice?
You know, I'm not talking about rice. A pressure cooker takes everything. Put think about it. Pressure cooker, rice cooker. You can't put everything
I
in
mean, I
rice.
felt the pressure to buy it. So I was like, oh, like maybe
Are you not
this is
trying to
the
be funny now?
excelling pressure.
You're trying to be funny now. Is that what you're trying to do? What was the best present?
I just don't want to feel bad, but I feel bad. So I'm gonna like go back to the Walmart and see if they have a pressure cooker. But I hope it says it on the box because I was only seeing like the pots with the plug-in, so I just assumed. But
Right.
yeah, but other
What
than
was
that,
the
it was
best
good.
present you received?
The best present. Um, I think because this year I actually wanted something and the aloe vera plant was kind of like the most
Who
special
got you
one.
the aloe vera plant?
It was my sister's friend who watches the show. So he was like watching and he's like, okay, finally, I know what Sam wants because she's been saying it on the Lavish, the Barn Burner TV network on Single TV, channel 250 and 251. I've been saying it so often. So he's just like, oh, I'm just going to get it for her. So my family didn't even get it for me. It was him. And I was like, this is kind of weird. Like, who put this under the tree? But the bag was soaking wet because they were trying to water it during the days because it was there for like 5 days and stuff. But I mean, it's so amazing. It's a little small one. I wish I brought it in here, but I told you I didn't want to show off today or anything with my little $10 aloe vera plant. I'm super excited. I don't know why. But yeah.
So this is gonna be very hard. So Sam, take a little bit off here. Um, this weekend was supposed to be Christmas for you guys and for the whole world's Christmas and everything like that.
Mhm.
One of I'll start out here. one of the captains. You see him here. That's why I'm wearing the hat. Gotta look good with this hat. Drew Ebanks, On Point Basketball, onpointbasketball.com, who I call Captain Canada, still didn't give me my royalties. Um, he lost his mom. His mom passed away on Boxing Day. Uh, and like I said, it's ironic because on Wednesday, our last lavish show, I said, give your mom, your dad, your brother, or sister a big hug, COVID and everything like that, and not knowing that 5 days later, somebody, because I always say this, Sam, I said Barn Burner and the Her Network are my second family. So for Drew Ebanks, On Point Basketball, we lost a family member at the Barn Burner Network. It doesn't matter. Um, we're not blood. Mom's not blood or whatever, but Drew, I go back way back. He's an amazing guy. All joking aside, I joke around 50 years old, big deal. There's people 80 years old, 90-year-old old, and 150 and all that. But to lose your mom is not any day you lose your mom. It's something very hard, but to lose her on Christmas, well, Boxing Day, Christmas, and all that. And I'm not gonna say how he lost her, but to lose your mom on sort of this year, we're not supposed to be with family. The only good thing that Drew was with his brother and his mom through the end. So that if you're gonna look at the positive, there, it's, and I can't imagine the hurt and the pain and the suffering and like as um, I joke around being Jewish and I'm proud to be Jewish and all that, but in the Jewish religion, when you lose somebody, the next day you have the funeral. So it's kind of hard because you know uh, I don't know if they had a will or when they're going to do the funeral, and they're scrambling because it's COVID and that sort of stuff. So it's um, it's always very hard, and you could see I'm struggling with this because there's something else that I want to say also. But Drew is like a brother, and my sincerely condolences go out to his family, his brother, himself. If there's a guy like you see him wearing it now on point basketball, this guy, he lives and he's in small gymnasiums, grade two, grade six, college, universities, and all this. He never asks for anything, and works his butt off, everything. And he, gets that work ethic. You always get that work ethic from your mother. He's very, 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 very close to his mother, and I know Drew is still suffering here, and hopefully, over time, it's not gonna pass, but it won't be. Think of the memories, and when I say this, and we mentioned the Her Network, and when I launched the Her Network, I always said to you and everybody, I want to build something for a legacy for my daughter. So, Drew, if you're looking at me now, God, your hat looks nice, doesn't it? See, all right, Drew, On Point Basketball hat looks good. OnPointBasketball.com. Um, build as you continue your life. Look back and build a memory for your mom. Okay, build a memory like I'm doing it for my daughter, with the Her Network, and hopefully everything's going great in 2021 and everything like that. But I know this is lavish. I know it's not sports talk or whatever. But when you lose, and like I say, barn burner, we're second. Sam's my family. I never met her in my life. Okay, she's my family. I'll go to bat for her 1,000 times. Eduardo is my family. Drew, we lost a member of the family. Drew's mother passing away on Boxing Day. Again, my condolences go out to Drew's family, friends, everything like that. Drew Ebanks is a class guy, and I know his mom is looking from heaven down and is very proud of him. So, is there anything you want to add about Drew's mom? Because I got another thing to say also.
Yeah, of course. When I heard about this news, my heart just torn to pieces. During these holidays, as I said before, it's, about family and being together and, appreciating one another. And, I remember the first time I met Drew, and he lit up the room. And, I bet his mom was the same, probably had that same feature where she's just a very bright person. And, my condolences. I feel like it's just such a hard time this year. The year's almost finished, but yes, Drew, if you're listening, like, you just gained another angel up above, a guardian angel watching over you now. She may be gone physically with us, but not spiritually. She's here. So I don't know what religion you're from, but yes, like, I definitely believe she's looking over you. And just in another round there. And I know it's been hard. It's been hard, but if you ever need somebody to talk to, and this goes for anybody who's kind of lost a loved one this year, ever need somebody to talk to, ever need somebody to, just listen, at least, we're here. Joe and I, the whole team, we're all here to support you. We're here for you. And I know it's just been hard, and I can't imagine what you're going through right now. And yeah, I just, I'm really glad, like, that I was able to meet somebody as kind as you. And yeah, whatever you need, just hit us up, let us know. We're here for you. I know this is a tough time for everyone, and for you especially, but it just breaks my heart again, Joe. And I know you knew him. Did you know him personally, Joe? Have you met Drew?
Yes, me and
Yeah.
Drew go way back. So, yeah, and to lose, you lose somebody, fine, and in the time of year, fine, but on really Christmas, Boxing Day, it's like, and for you guys, Christmas is everything, right? And it's just there's another buddy of mine that we lost yesterday, and this one hurts just as much. As you know, or many people know, um, when I first started in the media game, I started off as a wrestling journalist and all that. Yes, I met Andre the Giant, interviewed him. That's why going with The Rock, and we have Aaron Stevens here, formerly Damien Sandow, WWE, great friend of mine, Ernest the Cat Miller, and all that. Um, this one is John Hubbard. John Hubbard, aka Luke Harper, aka Brody Lee, 41 years old. Um, he passed away due to lung complications. This guy from Rochester, New York, the scariest guy in the world, the biggest heart. 6 foot 5'6", 200 something pounds, big beard. Um, every time, and I met him a couple times, a few times over, through social media. You look at, wrestlers. Some guys have a great name. Some guys, I can't stand that guy. I can't. This guy, not one person has a bad thing to say. And I looked at Twitter and Facebook and all that. Um, nobody has a bad thing to say, let alone from Rochester, New York. He's the biggest Maple Leaf fan in the world. He loved the Maple Leafs. A couple years ago at a house show, that's non-televised show from the WWE. It was Rico Coliseum, now Coca-Cola Coliseum. I took a picture of him and his kid. He was a big Doug Gilmore fan. Big, big, big Doug Gilmore fan. I'm not gonna say I know everything will come out. I already know what happened. I already know everything. I'm not gonna go do that to my friend and everything like that. It will come out, and it's even more sadder than people have already said. Um, his wife Amanda, that's her name. His wife's Amanda, most loving person, now is alone uh, to to teach two young kids, and like for everything that Barn Burner and like I said about Drew's mom and everything, we're a second family. The wrestling community, the wrestlers, are family. They're treated like a circus. Oh, it's wrestling. It's not a real sport. They go through tables. They do. This guy, 41 years old, dies because of lung. It's remarkable to me that everybody, and you hear just right now, turn on the news, shooting in Scarborough, uh, shooting in Ajax, and all that. Like, where's everything going to? Like, we're in a hopefully getting a vaccine. We're in Corona times. Nobody's supposed to go out. Everything's locked down and all that. You shoot a day after Christmas, 2 days, 3 days after Christmas. And I'm not saying Christmas is you can't do anything or whatever, but when you grow up, like I said, I'm 46. Oh, a couple months or a month and a half, 47. When you grow up and you have kids, or even if you don't have kids, you know what's the right and wrong. You know, at least for me, when you have looking for a lady, you're supposed to open the door for the ladies. Open, pull up the chair. You know, when you sit on it, respect. Where's them respect not only for ladies, but for the human beings, for the human world and it doesn't matter if it's black, white, religion, or whatever. You're a human, and again, if this doesn't say that 2020 is really screwed up, but it's again, we're gonna have probably tragedies in 2021, 2022, and so on. But it's what you get, how you get through the tragedies. And I had my own um, set of bad things happen in my life. Stuff that has happened to me haven't happened to a lot of people. I'm not getting into it. It's not the Joe hour. It's not the president of the provinces of Canada hour. It should be, but it isn't. But it is. I still remember when tragedy came to me, and somebody you learn say live for today, because tomorrow you can't guarantee tomorrow. So I want everybody who's listening, watching on the Barn Burner TV network, the H.E.R network, ZINGOTV channel 250, 251, take a second today and ask yourself, how could you be a better person? What do you want to accomplish? Because live for today, because tomorrow, play for today, because there's maybe not playing tomorrow. And if you take that and live that as your motto, live a better life, live a life that you can be proud, your mom can be proud, your dad can be proud, your daughter can be proud. And if you have, and this is what I'm going to say, if you have one best friend, you're living a life. If you have two best friends, you're living an amazing life. Be kind to everybody and be thoughtful. And it's the time of year when everybody says, oh, my New Year's resolution is to lose weight or to stop smoking or whatever. What about if everybody's New Year's resolution is to be a better person to the next human being right beside them, like Sam? She's right beside me, even though we're not beside each other, but to be a better person to the next person. If somebody does that, if everybody does that in the world, 2021 will not only be the best year, it will be the best year ever. We're coming from the worst year ever to the best year ever. So, again, gone but not forgotten. Drew Ebanks' mom and Drew Ebanks, of course, On Point Basketball. Check it out, onpointbasketball.com, because this guy does the work, like amazing, amazing work for the kids, and it's Canadian. Anything, who would have thought? Look, Canada, okay, who would have thought that Canadian basketball in 2020-21 will be at the place that it is right now? And one of the people who got it to this, and people in this industry know who Drew Ebanks is. Nobody calls him out, but this guy, he works his ass off, and somebody's supposed to take light and say he may be whoever's in the Canadian Basketball Hall of Fame. Why isn't Drew Ebanks in there? And Drew Ebanks this weekend had the worst pain he has ever gone through in his life. Know one thing, Drew, your barn burner family is here for you. Reach out and touch us, and reach out, because, like Sam said, we're all in there together. We're a second family. All right. That's onpointbasketball.com. Now, for my buddy John Hubbard, um, Brody Lee, Luke Harper. I know Brody Jr., your son, 8 years old. I know you want him even to be a Maple Leaf goaltender. And God, Maple Leafs need help. Or you want him to be a world champion wrestler. I know in the business of wrestling, the term is to put over. When you put over, meaning you pass the torch, you give the other guy the win. From what I spoke to and who I spoke to and who I see, everybody in this industry, the wrestling industry, who is going to put over your son, and everybody in the wrestling industry will be proud of and will be looking at your son as the future of professional wrestling. Saying all that, I know the other thing, I mentioned Drew's mother and John Hubbard, but I know people who are watching this and listening here also had their probably tragically that nobody's talking about. And I'm sorry for anybody who's watching that and all that. Maybe you have a son, a daughter that you didn't see because of COVID, or maybe your son, daughter did not call you. Just have faith. It's the hardest thing to do when you have a little one. It's the hardest thing to do because they have your heart. And, they have your heart. Just have faith. If you treat them right, they will come back. And the other stuff is, now more than ever, this year, next year, forever, holidays, not holidays, be kind to each other, and give a hug, a kiss, a helping hand, to especially the older folks, because, like, your mom, your dad, your uncle, just know that you're there for them. They brought you into the world, and they gotta, you gotta help them out. And when they're sick, you gotta help their hand and all that. This weekend also, uh, I don't want to say it, but you know my family, a little bit stuff happened too. And just reach out and say, it's 2 words or 3 words: love you. It changes the world for a lot of people who need to hear that. People take it for granted. People take it for granted. and you don't know what, when you're older, what it means, to say that you have somebody who loved you, who loves you, who wants to be with you, who's there to help you, who's there in your time. It's easy. It's easy to be there when things are great. The test of a relationship and a character of somebody is to be there when the chips are down. When the chips are down, when people feel that they're all alone, they can call and reach out and you're there and know at the drop of a hat. It goes a long, long, long way for the older generation, the newer generation, for anybody. Again, these are things that happen in the weekend that, if you look at death, there's, like they always say, taxes and death are the only two things in life that are guaranteed. Well, you know what? The third thing in life is how you treat people. If you treat people like idiot, you're the idiot. If you treat people like I just said about wrestler who died, John Hubbard, nobody has a bad thing to say about him. So if people can say, if once you go and people don't have a bad thing to say, you live your life perfectly. All right. So that's what I'm going to say today. All right. So now I'm going to take off my mask and go into the lavish lifestyle.
I don't even want to go into the lavish lifestyle yet, Joe. I feel like this conversation is just so deep. As soon as you took out that red hat, I was like, Joe, like what do you want me to do? Cry on here? You told me to wear makeup today, and today is not the day. I'm trying to hold every single tear I have back, because if I think about it way too deep, I know I'm just gonna like burst. Like, and I won't be able to stop. That's why I'm like trying to hold it back, because once I start crying, I won't be able to stop crying. But as you were saying before, tomorrow's not guaranteed, right? So be kind today. Don't start tomorrow. Don't start next year for your New Year's resolution. Start today. You know what I mean? I feel like being kind goes a long way. Even giving somebody a compliment can make their whole day just, much better, or even just smiling, you know? It's just so hard to even like think that this is happening to people. Like, I know it exists, but like, oh my goodness, I hate it so much, Joe. I just wish that the world could just be better and everyone could just live long. I feel like
The world
one thing I,
can be better, Sam. The world can be better. It's for people
like
who
I know
live
it
in the
can
world.
be.
People who
Continue.
live people who live in the world need to be better. That's the
Mm,
problem. This coronavirus has taught us a lot of stuff, but I'm going to be honest. If people look at the positive stuff, where's people talking about air pollution? It's non-existent now because there's no really cars driving up and down the street. There's no uh, gas. Gas was 150 or whatever. Now it's like $1. Nobody's driving down the street. Through everything bad, something good comes along. Maybe the test of humanity, the test of when we were brought into this world, we weren't shooting people, we weren't beating up people. It didn't matter. I have a daughter. If you have a small niece, nephew, or whatever, when they're born, they're white, black, whatever. They don't look at you as being black. They look at, she's my friend. That's it. What happens? Who teaches them that there's a stereotype, a prejudice about anything? It's the society. Society. If they're a better, if society is better, things would be better. Again, through this coronavirus, yes, we're in lockdown or whatever. And why? And I'm going to say this because I can say it. I'm the president of the province of Canada. Okay. Why is nobody listening to what they're saying?
mm,
People stay at home, sacrifice. People can't sacrifice because Thursday is New Year's Eve. The only one here on New Year's Eve, and all kidding aside, Sam goes to me about 2 weeks ago, Joe, let's do a New Year's Eve show. And I said to Sam, no, if you want, we can do a show, but it's your chance. It's people should be together, but we can't be together. If this is going to bring people together, If what we do brings people together, and there's no drinking and driving, and there's no coronavirus to 10,000, why not do a show? Why not do everything? And honestly, it's up to people to listen to other people. They're coming on, say coronavirus is a deadly thing. We need the vaccine. Well, nobody's going to trust our vaccine. Nobody's. But if people listen and don't do stuff, and don't wear your mask and wash your hands and all that, what are they asking? If my family and your family lived in 1920s and 30 through pandemic, through no TVs, through everything, and they survived, why can't we survive by just staying at home, by doing online streaming, online TV, by watching ourselves, watching, being more hygienic, wash our hands, wear masks, you know, take it's remarkable to me, like uh, like I said, there is shootings outside in a pandemic world.
Mhm.
Why? Why? It just makes no sense. What are we living for? Isn't Christmas all about humanity, and do right to others, and you get a present and all that? Like, you and me had a discussion a couple weeks ago. Oh, I can't take money, I can take whatever, but it's what happens to, it's the thought that counts. It doesn't matter if it's an aloe vera plant or hair gel, which I don't use, or anything like that. It's just the thought that counts. It doesn't matter. Somebody this weekend, uh really, my heart was going out to Drew, and this was before John passed and all that. Um, Gave me a Christmas present, and it was, I won't say what it was, but actually I downloaded, but I didn't buy it yet. But um, gave me a Christmas present. Didn't have to. It meant the world to me. A person doesn't know that, like, just to see that, the care and the person, when you do stuff for people, it's just a test of their character to see what they do, and if they don't do anything, but if they're learning on the spot there, that means the world. Everybody on Barn Burner and her network, like I always say, I'm a man, Sam's a lady. What's the difference? She believes in her stuff. I believe in my stuff. Let's get it out there. People people don't understand. You're here because somebody, on this network and all that, believes in you. We have the chance, Sam. You have the chance, or whoever else on the team has the chance that nobody else wants to give. Why? Why does nobody wants to give that? Why does nobody want to create their own talent, their own legacy, their own passion, their own anything, a show, like Steph, with kickboxing. She's a kickboxing champion. Have a show. Drew, sorry, Drew, Canadian basketball. When Drew started this, people were laughing at him, and I know this. People were laughing. Canadian basketball. What's that? Now, the second ranked nationality in the National Basketball Association, the NBA, is Canadians. We're more than hockey. We're more than hockey. But what we should be, is people caring about people.
Mhm.
People caring about people, and it doesn't matter the color of the skin. It doesn't matter what religion. Yes, I'm Jewish. Okay, Christmas is not a Jewish holiday, but secretly, I'm looking around at any of my family. I love Christmas. I love the lights. I love the songs, where Sam's going to close out lavish with a Christmas song. All right, you laugh, but it's true. All right,
Yeah.
so yeah, you're gonna say, come on.
No, no. And just to go back with what you were saying earlier, I know you said something in there about it's a test of your character. I don't really think so. I think that being kind can come in all sorts of ways. It can look different. And anyway, me wearing a mask is a part of being kind to serve somebody else who may, you know what I mean? Or if I, God forbid, if I was sick or something, staying home, staying staying in quarantine, even if it's from city to city, it doesn't matter. Being kind can look like that, you know what I mean? So that these front care workers can do their job, right? So staying home, following the restrictions, following all of that can do it. Even like, I was even surprised to get a couple of what is it called, Amber Alerts this weekend too, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I feel like so many things have been going on, and as I said, it's not, we don't have to wait till the New Year's to start being kind. We can do it now. And as you were saying earlier too, like, with everything with Drew and starting a show and everybody else, I think everybody has a different journey. Like, everyone has their own path, and some people are further ahead in theirs and some people are a little behind, but it doesn't matter. Don't let that discourage you, or don't let being kind to somebody who does not kind back to you discourage you. I think that, I don't know if you guys believe in it, but I believe that what goes around comes around. And I think that eventually the hard work that you put into your life and to put into helping others and being kind to others, just like Joe here, being kind, giving people shows, really trying to mentor people and helping other people, I think that what goes around comes around. So even if he doesn't receive the kindness from me, the kindness from the team or whatever, I think that one day the right person will come along to give that kindness right back to him. So don't let that discourage you. I feel like a lot of people get discouraged way too early, but it's never too late. Everyone has their own path, and like, the world works in mysterious ways. So really push forward with that. And it's just been so hard. I know when you were talking about the New Year's Eve show, I was like, oh my goodness, like, it's not even like, woo, countdown, New Year, finally this year's over. I just feel so like, oh my goodness, like, I just want to make sure I'm spending every last moment with my family, with everything that's been going on. I just feel so much more scared, you know what I mean? Which shouldn't be the case. I should be more, like, trying to live it the best I can. But as I said before, I think one of the things I forget is that as I get older, my parents are getting older, and I never, they're watching us grow, but we're watching them grow as well. We're watching everybody else grow around us too. So we got to be careful. We got to, like, make sure you're living your best life. And for Drew, I don't know your mother, but I know that she was proud of you. You know what I mean? With the man you've become, from just hearing you talk and the respect you have in your tone, I feel like, even talking on topics like Black Lives Matter, so many people have lost their lives to racism and lost their lives to a pandemic, but to be able to talk about that with you the first time we talked, it really shows how much you care. And I believe that somewhere within you have your mother's heart in that way. So keep shining. Don't let it discourage you. Keep pushing through. For everyone else who lost a loved one, still be there for your families. Don't let that, take a toll on everything else. You guys have these stories. Don't make it a burden. You guys have these stories to share, so much more love to give. So keep those memories alive. Keep talking about us. Tell us about your favorite memories. Tell your kids or whoever around you about your favorite memories about that person, to keep their memories alive, gone but never forgotten, as Joe was saying before. It's just so hard. And I really don't want to, I really try to, like, speak without, like, really, like, getting in there, because I know I'm just going to start crying as soon as I come off this. But
It's okay to cry, Sam. It's okay.
I don't want to, Joe. You
Because my hair doesn't look so good. I know you're crying. So, like, number one, I'm going to say something else here. For the people who are fighting with their mom, with their dad, I want you out of my life. I want you this. Just pretend we talked about Home Alone. What if you are home alone now? Your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister is gone.
It's not worth it.
And you're stealing the words I was going to say. How worth it is you when you say I want you gone? For what? For
a temporary like emotion, a temporary
10
reaction.
second, for 10 second, and for everything about Drew's mom. This Christmas. I sound like George Michael now. This is great. Never mind. This Christmas is the first Christmas when I was living here with my family. We had our neighbor Joe Carabot. Every Christmas we used to go to his house, and he used to come to our place for New Year's Eve. We played poker, we had drinks, we watched every year the countdown 10. I used to scream outside my balcony. This is the first Christmas that he's gone. He died in June. He was he wasn't family. He was family. If you understand what he wasn't family, but he was
Mhm.
family. And now this Christmas and this more, maybe I'll cry now. Um, it's gonna be really hard. And my uncle, who's like my second dad, is in a home, and you never know. He's as a dementia, Alzheimer's. He's going, and it's the worst thing in the world to see. The worst thing in the world to see. I'm getting teary here. It's must be the powder or whatever here, but it's the worst thing in the world to see. Remember, our folks are getting. I just say I'm 46. I got my own problems. Who knows if I'm here to 47? That's the truth. They they want to bet when your mom, your dad, your uncle, even your brother or sister, who plays PlayStation night and day, screaming and all that. Drew doesn't have that no more. I don't have my neighbor to come and help me when stuff happens. And my uncle, the one thing that I remember, and it hits hard because I miss my daughter every day. My uncle and my daughter with me had a race in the halls, just back and forth running. That's never going to happen again. Just the smallest little things. The smallest little things mean the world when you really look at it. The smallest little things. You talk about Christmas traditions or New Year's traditions, and like playing poker and talking about year after year, Joe Carabot, year after year. Well, what do you think the prices of, should we sell our apartment? Well, this year it's going down. Next year it should be up. We should like it repeats in your brain all the time. Again, 2020 has been an ass kicker. Like I'm gonna say it, I don't care. An ass kicker. In 2021, people think, oh my God, it's a new year or whatever. December 31st midnight to January 1st, 12:02. What's gonna change? Nothing. We're still in a pandemic. But what can change is the mindset of everybody, how you treat people, how you like people, how you love. You, oh, I'm scared to say love to this guy I'm really like or whatever. Why? What if he doesn't love me back? If you're with a guy and you want to say I love you and he doesn't say it back, maybe he's waiting for you to say it. Maybe he doesn't have the cojones to say it first. Ever think like that? Like people, you think about it. I love you is 3 words that
Mhm.
changes somebody's life. I miss you. 3 words that change somebody's life. You look beautiful. Well, like say people say that to me all the time, but you look beautiful. That changes people's lives. Or you have a beautiful face, or whatever. Changes everybody and your kids. Why do they cry? Because they want attention. Because you're watching whatever, you're cooking or whatever. Okay, Sam, you look nice today. Or I'm gonna get back to you, Sam. Let's play the ball. Let's play cards. Or 3 words. If people remember in life 3 words, and you look at it, 2 or 3 words. I love you, miss you, beautiful, and bad words. 2 or 3 bad words also changes people's lives. Also,
Yeah.
if people think about it, minute details and life. These are life changing. Everything we talked about, wrestler dying, Drew's mom, life changing. Uncle not here this year. Neighbor gone. Life changing. 3 words changes somebody's life. 2 words, you're married, changes somebody's life. Divorce, changing somebody's life. People don't realize 2, 3 words in life can change, break, or make somebody's life.
Now imagine you're talking about words, but what about actions too? Change, make or break someone's life. When I think about when you're saying words, I'm like, oh gosh, I'm not an expressive person, but I know that my actions do sometimes speak louder than my words. And like even with on the street, giving homeless people even just a little bit of change or whatever I have, or a bag of chips, that if that's all I have in my purse or whatever, that can still change someone's life, as Joe was saying. Like I feel like one thing that I know when I leave this world, I don't want to be remembered for all the bad that I've done, all the bitterness that I've had in my heart, all of that won't matter. I want to be remembered for the good that I've done, the kindness, the love that I shared with other people out here. And, knowing, I feel like that's a satisfaction, knowing that you've done all that you could. You've shared the love that you've had. You've always given, you've always been a kind and nice person. That's how you want to be remembered. And I think that's how everyone's lost one was probably remembered too, with all the kindness, the love that they given. That's why they're so missed right now. And it's just a hard time. Like even hearing about your stories, Joe, I can't even imagine what you were going through. Like it just reminds me of like a thing I was watching this Facebook live with do you know Taraji Henson? You guys probably know her from Karate Kid or whoever. And during this pandemic, she was talking about suicide. She's like, I wanted to kill myself. I went out and bought a gun, and the first person she thought about was her son. And she's like, what, if I leave, like who's, you know what I mean, what would happen to him, how would he feel, like, and it's about, I think within that message, it's kind of about like, still thinking about others, still putting others first in that way. That's like that thing too. And I feel like it's just been so hard, and this is why I was trying to get somebody to come on and talk about mental health as well, because it's been so hard on everybody, not only physically, but with everything that's going on, this really affects our mental health. That's why you guys also have to put yourself first in that way and really take the time you need, take whatever you need, you know what I mean, to care for yourself. You guys are loved, you know what I mean, and being loved and loving other people, it's a big thing. And I know you express it, Joe. You say I love you to everybody, to the
No, I
teams.
don't.
Yeah, I feel like you're such
I
a
never said that to you. I don't say
okay,
that to you.
okay, but you're such a happy
Don't take that.
camper.
You're gonna give
Look
the
how
president.
look how you're just ruining the moment. I feel like
You're gonna give the president of
low
the
key.
provinces of Canada a bad name. I don't say
I'm
that
not
to
giving him a bad
anybody.
name, guys. Low key, Joe is such a happy camper. He's constantly caring about everyone, constantly calling everyone to make sure they're okay. When I joined the show, I was like literally crying about some other things that were going on in my life. And Joe, without even knowing me, was on the phone with me for more than 7 hours. Not even, and no
No,
one in my entire
7 hours. What the hell's
Stop.
wrong with me?
Can,
Seven
can I
hours with
finish,
you?
Joe? Can I finish? And
Fine.
no one in my entire life has ever given me not even that attention, because I have received attention, but actually listened to me. And oh my God, I don't want to cry, but it does go a long way, as he was saying before. All jokes aside, I feel like, oh, I need to shut up. Okay, just continue the show, Joe. This
No,
is why I didn't want to cry.
this
It's
is
like,
this is the
no,
best you ever been. This is the best you ever
guys,
been.
I can't. I hate
Honestly,
being expressive like
okay,
this.
okay, I'll take care of it.
Oh, this is why I didn't want
24
to.
seconds.
Okay.
For 24 seconds, okay.
Oh,
People
God.
like put your camera back on for 2 seconds.
No, I don't want. I have to wipe my face, Joe. I can't.
People don't understand that on the Barn Burner and the Her Network, we got so many, faiths and religions and all that. I like I said, we're giving people a chance. Maybe this is the only thing they get: TV, radio, newspaper in their life, and maybe they use us as a stepping stone and all that. Great, you look amazing now. Oh
Stop.
wow,
Stop.
wow.
I've just been trying to wait for the show to be done so I could just go cry in a corner. Like I can't do this.
But Sam, here's the truth. You want to cry? Cry.
No, Joe, you told me to wear makeup today. If I didn't,
Yeah, yeah.
I would. 5 minutes remaining. Thank God. I just want to come
No,
up
no.
and cry.
Robbie, we're gonna go a little bit longer because I need to see her
No,
cry. So,
no,
um,
we're not. We're
are,
cutting off during that 5 minutes. We can't.
is there anybody that you want to say? I know Christmas is over and we're still in the holiday season. That you haven't said, I miss you, I love you. Uh, I'm looking forward to seeing you. I can't wait to be with you. God, you know, have nice hair. I know the president of Canada, provinces of Canada. Like, go ahead.
Yeah, to everyone. I don't care. I know a lot of people don't want to say it to certain people, but I love you, whoever's watching right now. I love you. I care for you. I know we haven't met. Maybe some of us haven't met. Maybe we've talked once, or whoever you may be. I love you and I care. And if you ever need a shoulder or somebody to listen to you, or somebody to talk to, advice, anything like that, you guys can literally hit me up. It is not, I'm literally here with you. I'm not really a person who bites, like I don't have anything like that. I'm not really, oh, like I don't know you. Maybe we should get to know each other. As soon as you guys just hit me up, I'm there. Okay. Like I'm here. Whatever you guys are facing, if it's like just whatever, just even being on the phone. Like I know for some of my friends, they don't like talking either. So even just sitting on the phone in silence, it may be awkward to some, but it's not awkward to me. I can just sit there and it's just the presence that's just enough for some of us. But yes, I love you. And I hope that everyone's had a Merry Christmas. I hope that you guys, I just want you guys to know that you guys are loved and you're appreciated. And if no one else has ever said that to you, it's now being said to you by me. Okay. Joe and I love you. I'm going to speak for both of us. Joe and
Well,
I love you.
I got a text here, and it's from Elizabeth. I can't Wixtonson, saying she can't wait to see Sam's New Year's Eve show.
I don't know if I'm going to be doing that, guys, as
What
we
do you
talk
mean?
about.
No, you better be crying. You got people watching. You're telling you
No,
love them.
you know
Like,
what?
look,
You know what? I might have to pre-record or something, but I don't
oh,
know
I
though.
want you to do the countdown.
And you know
10,
what?
9.
To Elizabeth Wixtonson, you can message me and we can literally FaceTime on New Year's Eve. We can talk. We can do whatever. I want to
What if
get
she
to
has
know
an
you.
Android phone?
It doesn't matter. We can do whatever. Facebook me, Instagram, whatever you want to do. Let's talk. Let's get this going. We can do one-on-one stuff. Like, at the end of the day, like I feel like it's just this year has just been so hard for many. And I know I don't talk about my problems as much just because of like,
You
disclosure
have
and whatever.
problems? You haven't told me your problems?
Yes, Joe. But yeah, but
Okay,
like
hold on, Sam. Wait, we got 2 minutes left. I got to close this, all right?
yeah.
Sam has known this for about 3 weeks, a month, that, I want her to do this show alone, lavish show alone. And relax, Sam. Don't give me the googly eyes yet.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
And Sam has said, Joe, I can't do it without you. You're this. You carry the show. You're this or whatever. Uh, don't worry, you got this. You got a producer who's behind you. Yeah, I know it's very tough to do a show with the president of the provinces of Canada, who just cried on national TV,
When
international
she replied,
TV.
I'm like, did she just watch me cry too? Like, this is so
Listen,
big.
why are you interrupting a moment
I'm so
here?
sorry. I just feel so like, oh my gosh. Okay. Anyways, continue.
So I do this show for Sam because for one thing, for I don't know how long Sam's been, 3 4 months here and all that. The growth of Sam on this show is to make me cry. I've never been, one of the proudest things about this network is to see from Sam, like, moving her head, moving her hands, to now being, look at her talking calmly, crying, uh, talking about, who did you kiss under the mistletoe? That's the other question.
Kiss anybody. Just nothing but my teeth.
All right.
I'm
So,
joking.
who are you going to kiss at midnight on New Year's Eve when you're doing the show live?
I'm not gonna do it, Joe. I feel like I've seen videos of people kissing with their mask on, which has been so weird. I feel like I should just stick
Okay, who you
myself.
if you had a mask and you're going to kiss somebody, who would it be?
Who would it be? Like somebody I know or like a celebrity?
Anything.
Anything? I don't know, like, I don't know, a picture of myself before quarantine, maybe. I really should have appreciated my body and everything. And so I think that this quarantine has made me love myself even more and want to care for myself. So maybe a picture of myself. That's not so like self-conceited. Oh,
All right. So once again, this show is brought to you by On Point Basketball, Drew Ebanks, who lost his mom Saturday. I know she's looking down, Drew, and very happy of you and your brother and good friend John Hubbard, aka Brody Lee or Luke Harper. Uh, let's see what the WWE does a tribute today, Raw, in about an hour. Does a tribute to you. Let's see the tribute. And everybody who's watching, just be kind to your loved ones, and be not even your loved ones, just be kind and helpful to other people in this entire world. All right, for our great producer, Arabi, um, and Samantha, Sam, tell everybody how they could get a hold of you. And tomorrow, hopefully, we'll be joined by another great person that I'm very proud to have on the team.
yeah, of course. You guys can get a hold of me at Samantha_media on Instagram and on Twitter at Samantha_media with an extra A. And yes, Arabi, you can come on. Such an amazing producer. She's been producing all the shows. Here she is, guys. How can we get a hold of you, Arabi? You're on mute.
No. Hold on. Unmute yourself, Arabi. I know we're going to go 2 minutes longer, okay? I see 2021 in the background there, right?
Hey, she's ready.
This is my roommate. She's doing this. She did all this.
All right. So
wow.
because Sam doesn't have the ball.
My background is
Sam doesn't have balls anyways.
She has the gold and the 2021.
No, hold on, Sam. Sam doesn't have the balls. She doesn't have balls anyways. But Sam wants to know. She wants somebody to be on the New Year's Eve show. Okay, will that dog be on the New Year's Eve show with you, Sam? Is that good enough or what?
Oh wait, what's the dog's name? Was that what you were talking in the beginning?
Yeah, he's been here in the beginning, but he's going home tomorrow. I'm pet sitting. But I can be found at A_4 FOR_Arabi ARABI on Instagram, Twitter, whatever.
It's all the same?
A for Arabi. Come on, Sam. You didn't know that? A for Arabi. Come on.
For Vendetta, so I just played on that.
All right, quickly, 20 seconds left. How was your Christmas?
It was great. My roommate got me Crocs, and then my parents and like my family just sent me money. They're like, "You can't come home, so here's money with your Cash App."
Ooh, get it?
All right, can I be part of your family that they send me money or what?
Yeah.
Even though we're Canadian or whatever. All right. So stay tuned for more great programming here on the Barn Burner TV network, ZINGOTV channel 250, and the H.E.R network channel 251. Thanks a lot, ladies.
Yes, thank you. We should have her on more often.